Okay, real quick, what I want to do is I want to give you a brief tutorial as how I made my promo for my video production company, Lost No Longer Production. First, what you have to do is you have to shoot footage. To do a split screen type shot, you have to shoot one continuous shot. So what that means is that you're going to have to change your clothes, get into different characters, get into different positions with the camera running the whole time. So make sure that you have enough battery, or make sure that your camera's plugged in, and make sure you have enough tape or you have enough room on your hard drive, because it might take a little bit, okay? So then you line yourself up on one side, you act out the whole part here separately, away from, you know, there's nobody on this side over here. And of course, because you're going to be split screening that in later, you've got to put that in, but you got to do it in the same shot. Your tripod has to be still, your camera has to be still the whole time. If it's not still the whole time, it's going to mess up. So you've got to have it on a tripod, and don't touch it, don't hit pause, don't do anything. I've made that mistake a lot of times trying to do stuff like this, and I should have just left it alone. So you film Russell on this side, then you come over here and film Ben on this side reacting. And you've got to time it, and so usually what I do is I just stand still and I try to have one character not really do a whole lot by way of movement. And you got to keep this guy pretty much still until he reacts. Because when he reacts, that's going to be important. That's important right there, that he reacts and he doesn't lean forward too much. I find where Russell is, and I delete some of this. Now I can go back and fix it. And then I find where Ben was. And what I do is I put Ben on top. Russell is on the bottom, Ben is on the top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make part 2, or video part 2, I'm going to make this transparent. And see, I can see a ghost of me and a little bit of me. So then what I can do is I can line them up to see if this works. See, oh, that's way off. Because I need to get that shot of Ben closer up here. Because then I want it to be more, see, that's closer. See, that's about what I'm going to get for this. And you can look and see, does the nunchuck hit him? I put this back on, I make this not transparent again, so now you're only going to see Ben, you're not going to see Russell, because Ben is overlaying the shot of Russell. And that's important, that, because here's why. You go over into editing, and then what you do is you go to garbage mat. Now you can use, I have a 16-point garbage mat. I would recommend using a 16-point garbage mat. And you'll see a little bit of Russell shows up right here. Okay? So then what I do is I go into Edit Effects, and I want to adjust this, and I want to play with this. So then what I'm doing now is I am trying to line this up as much as I can with me. So you can see why it's important to keep the shot steady. And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to line this up with his head. I'm not going to do it for the sake of time, but you want to get it as close as you can. The reason I suggest you use a 16-point garbage mat is because you're going to need all these points. So what you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to move all these points up over here, and you can stretch these out to where you see this can become one edge. So you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4 points here and 12 points going down this way, and you can go along the contour of my face. Now what you're going to have to do though, because this is a motion shot, if it was just a still shot where Ben didn't move at all and Russell didn't move, it would be okay to put this in as just a regular 16-point garbage mat. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go over here. This is a toggle, or this is what this is going to be, is you're going to do a keyframe. So what this is that this will enable you to move the garbage mat frame by frame. Okay? Now you can keep it pretty loose until you get to, of course, when Ben gets hit. At that point, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go along the contour of his face, and you might have to follow it a little bit right here. And so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to move this, move a frame, move it so that it stays along the contour of this. It's a little time consuming, but if you can do it, it's well worth the effort. I know that I went back and I edited it a couple of different times because I wanted to get the right effect for it. You will probably have to go into the editing bar, and you'll probably have to go to this right here, and this is called brightness and contrast. I know you can't see that. I'm keeping the screen out as much as I can, but you're going to need to go to this thing called brightness and contrast. So what you'll do is you'll go in here, and you can see how different it is, and you want to make it to where it matches. Then it just comes down to you lining up the dialogue. Make sure that you turn up the volume on each of these so you can hear it. And then I want to show you why I did this. I got this shot right here. Well, this shot is simply me sitting in front of my camera making sound effect noises. Okay, I wanted to get a sound effect of what it would sound like if I hit myself in the face with a pair of nunchucks. I didn't like how it sounded, so then what I did is I went into my bedroom and I would hit my hand until I got the desired sound I was looking for. Okay, no sound effect. Okay, I want to put that sound effect back in, and you can see the difference. And then, of course, you're hearing some music in the background. You can find so much music online, which is free. All you got to do is just give them some type of credit in the description box or in the movie. And this one in particular, they said I could just put it in the description box, which I prefer because I don't want that on my movie. And then what I did is that I added a title screen at the end. No nunchucks were hurt in the making of this video. And that's how I made this video.